Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and productive day. And in the news this morning, 39-year-old boyfriend charged with a pregnant teen's murder. The boyfriend of Jadine Gale, the pregnant teen who was found dead in St. Mary earlier this month, has been charged with her murder. Labed Chobikar, a 39-year-old bus driver of a Mountain View address in St. Andrew, was charged Saturday following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Carr had been taken into custody as the prime suspect. The body of 16-year-old Gale was found near the Devon Main Road, wrapped in a blue tarpaulin, by residents who alerted the police. There were reported signs of strangulation and multiple abrasions on her body. It is alleged that the accused and the deceased had been living together since she was 13. A court date is yet to be finalized. Man charged with robbing sister's business establishment. 34-year-old Ricardo Levy, otherwise called the Blue of Scotttown, Greenville in Manchester, has been slapped with housebreaking and larceny charges after breaking into his sister's place of business on January 15. Reports from the Manchester police are that about 1 a.m., the woman locked her business establishment and went home. Upon her return, she saw alcoholic beverages missing from the premises. A report was made and Levy, her brother, was arrested. He was charged after he was interviewed in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. 2 Jamaicans convicted in money laundering scheme tied to Colombian cartel. 2 Jamaican men were convicted on Friday for their roles in a sophisticated international money laundering organization that laundered more than $6 million in drug trafficking proceeds from Colombian cartels through the United States, Caribbean, and European banking systems. St. Devon Anthony Cover, 61, was convicted of 1 count of money laundering conspiracy and 7 counts of laundering of monetary instruments, while Dennis Raymond Rowe, 59, was convicted of 1 count of money laundering conspiracy, 1 count of money laundering, and 2 counts of laundering of monetary instruments. The 2 who were found guilty, following a 4-day jury trial, will be sentenced at a later date. The charges of money laundering conspiracy and the laundering of monetary instruments each provided for a sentence of up to 20 years in prison, up to 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of up to $500,000 or twice the amount involved, whichever is greater. United States Attorney Joshua S. Levy said Cover and Rowe were key players in a scheme that laundered millions in drug proceeds, enabling the flow of deadly narcotics onto our streets. Over the course of the 5-year investigation that led to the arrest of 20 people, $1 million was seized from corporate bank accounts and other investigative activity. Nearly 3,000 kilograms of cocaine with a street value of over $90 million was traced back to the money laundering organization. This includes approximately 1,193 kilograms of cocaine seized at the sea 60 miles south of Jamaica in July 2019, as well as 1,555 kilograms of cocaine seized in 9 scrap metal shipping containers at the port of Buenaventura, Colombia in March 2019. According to prosecutors, it was discovered by investigators that the organization laundered over $6 million in drug proceeds through intermediary banks in the United States, as well as additional proceeds through banks in the Caribbean and Europe by use of the Colombian black market peso exchange. By using the BMPE, the defendants and their co-conspirators sought to conceal drug trafficking activity and the proceeds from law enforcement, as well as evade currency exchange requirements in the United States and Colombia through the illegal currency exchange process. During the course of the conspiracy, Cover laundered approximately $268,000 and Rowe laundered over $600,000 by delivering bulk cash drug proceeds to undercover law enforcement. Rasta charged with possession of ammunition. 30-year-old Mosiah Sinclair, otherwise called Rasta or Dwayne, of Julian Drive, Kingston 13, was charged with possession of ammunition following an incident at his home on Friday, January 17. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that at about 12:30 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation in the community when Sinclair was seen acting in a suspicious manner. He was accosted, and while being searched, 5 9mm rounds of ammunition were found in his possession. He was subsequently taken into custody and was later charged with the offense. His court date is being finalized. Manchester man charged following firearm seizure. 32-year-old Toby Clark of Shotley District Cristiano in Manchester was charged with the possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition following the seizure of a firearm and ammunition in the parish on November 29, 2024. Reports from the Mandeville Police are that at about 7:20 a.m., Clark, who was being interrogated by the lawmen in relation to crimes in the parish, confessed to be the owner of a firearm. He further gave the police the address of the firearm, stating that a woman had been keeping the firearm for him. The police then made checks at the premises where the woman was seen. During a search of the premises, one Arcos 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 5 9mm rounds of ammunition was found in the woman's possession. The woman was taken into police custody. However, her identity is being withheld pending further investigations. Clark is to appear before the Manchester Parish Court on January 22. Man arrested following rifle seizure on Waltham Park Road. Police assigned to the St. Andrew Central Division seized one Daewoo DR200 rifle with a magazine containing 12 5.56 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Waltham Park Road at Kingston 11 on Saturday. The Halfway Tree Police say about 7:30 a.m. the lawmen were in the area when a man was seen trying to go over a wall at the back of a house. He was intercepted, the premises searched, and the firearm and ammunition reportedly found wrapped in a plastic bag inside of a drum. The police say his identity is being withheld pending further investigations. Ochi lifeguard booked for allegedly stabbing up woman at a party. 31-year-old Mackie Hoylett, a lifeguard of Mile End, Ocherius in St. Anne, has been charged with wounding with intent following an incident on December 24, 2024. Reports from the Ocherius police are that Hoylett and a female were at a party on Christmas Eve when an argument developed between them. Allegations are that amid the dispute, Hoylett used a ratchet knife to stab the female in her abdomen twice. She was assisted to the hospital where she was admitted in serious condition. Hoylett turned himself into the police on January 15. Following a question and answer session with investigators, he was officially charged on Friday, January 17. His court date is being finalized. 18 pedestrians killed in traffic crashes, says ITA. Of the 18 people killed in motor vehicle collisions since the start of the year, 9 were pedestrians, according to the Island Traffic Authority in its latest weekly crash report released on Friday, January 17. The other 9 victims include 3 motorcyclists and 2 pillion passengers, as well as a pedal cyclist, the driver of a private motor car, 1 commercial vehicle driver, and 1 driver of a public passenger vehicle. The ITA is also reporting that both the fatalities and the fatal crashes have increased by 13% this year when compared to the corresponding period in 2024. It said that motorcyclists account for 17% of the fatalities since the start of the year, pedestrians account for 50%, and the pillion passengers 11%. Vulnerable road users, pedestrians, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, and the pillion passengers combined account for 83% of the road users killed since the start of the year. Overall, passengers account for 11% of the road users killed since January 1, with males accounting for 78% and the females 22% respectively. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.